Oh, goodness. Goodness. Got a new Prime. Something new. Got a new Prime here. Quite excited about it. This was actually one I was really looking forward to. So, I was very much so looking forward to this guy. That being said, how is everybody's Christmas going? So, got a tiny little knife here. We'll use this for future. We'll use this for our future unboxings, so that way we've got something to slice open the box there, to slice it open here. Yep. I do apologize for the lateness of the hour. I do apologize for that. However, now that we've got somebody here, we can unbox this now. And if you do decide to comment, you do get shouted out at the end of the stream. So don't forget to do so. Hot off the presses today, we got this Amalgamus freaking Prime here. Definitely something different. Definitely. Oh, finally. Hasbro's listening. They're giving us the bags. This is the second new figure for 2026 that's giving us bags. Oh, finally. You have no idea how happy I am about that. Oh my gosh. Not that the tissue paper wasn't bad. Yo, what's going on, Traveling Nature Kid? If you had something to say to the world, what would it be? If I had something to say to the world, it would be more kind. The world definitely can use more kindness. Definitely can be. So, yeah. So yeah, definitely. It'd be more kind. So, but at the same thing, yeah. That's one thing I'd say to the world. So, good lord, there's a lot of accessories that come with this guy. However, you will be getting shouted out at the end of the stream. So, do not fear. You have secured your spot. So, being said, if you guys do, like I said, decide to comment and or decide to interact, you do get shouted out. So, I've never not kept my promise on that. So, goodness. So, there we go. Let's get this open here. Yo, what's going on, Winter Night? Welcome, welcome. What's my favorite Lego? Currently or ever produced? Because there's a few that I've loved that have ever been produced. So, my goodness. Ah, okay. All right. Oh, well, now that's a surprise. This is definitely an interesting figure. That's for sure. Not saying this is a bad figure. I'm just saying this is definitely interesting because I've never seen things like this. I don't understand a lot of how this is supposed to go. Just rotate the neck piece. That's where I screwed up. That's where I screwed up. Nope, that checks out. Don't like the fact that the head just has issues staying put, but whatever. Alright. Goodness, this is a beautifully big figure. I love the way that this guy looks. I do not have any problems with this thing. So, None whatsoever. No problems with this figure in the slightest, at least so far, at least from what I'm seeing here. Goodness, this is very exciting. Alright, so I know you're supposed to take... there's a gun. Looks like we're supposed to take these. Plug these into these ports here, I believe. Yeah. Take them, plug them in here. And then... let me see here. Yo, what's going on, Blood Dud? I'm gonna assume that's what that means. And because this is so freaking new, MGO hasn't done anything. Do you love God and Jesus? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. However, we have a complicated relationship, and we'll just leave it at that. So, yes, I do have a relationship with them, but at the same time, I'm not going to go into religion here on this channel. We try not to do that here. So if you try to play it all, just don't, you know. Just please do not push it. So that's all I ask, is just don't push it. Because we here on this channel, we do not disrespect anybody's religion, regardless of what they celebrate, and regardless of who or what they pray to. We do not hold judgment towards that, and that's the only thing I'm going to say about it, and we're going to move on. So, dude, so I respect people's religion, so the only thing I'm going to say is I don't care what you do. It is your life, your choices. You can do what you wish to. I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say no. If you choose to do that, that's on your own accord. So I choose not to. I choose not to hold. I choose not to hold judgment for anybody. So it's not my job. I don't have that job title in the world, so it's not my place. But anyways, what's going on? Hey, what's up, Shane Scalarood? Hail, what's going on? Amalgamus Prime, that's what's going on. Got Amalgamus Prime here, otherwise known as the Prime of Deconstruction. So, yeah. Hang on here. So, yeah. I don't know. They literally just got it out of the box. I'm kind of, I kind of like it, you know. I subscribed and liked. Hey, thank you very much, Traveling Nature Kid. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, so, but no, I got, this is definitely a strange figure, Shane, for sure. So, little backstory on this figure. So, I had actually found this guy, like, maybe 5 days ago. And so prior to Christmas, I found it prior to Christmas. And so I found it and I was like, okay, yo, you guys won't believe what I got for Christmas. Well, I kind of don't know what you got for Christmas, but that's fine. But anyways, I had literally just gotten around to going to this Walmart, and this Walmart had just put out a bunch of figures, including animated Retgar and the Age of the Primes Voyager Brawl, so that way you can get the last of your Combaticons. I have a feeling Brawl and Vortex are going to be the two hardest ones for everybody to get a hold of. So if you guys are interested, those two are going to definitely be difficult. You got Alpha Trion. Hey, which one did you get? Did you get this? Did you get this one? Did you get A3? This is a good one. Not going to complain. This is a very good figure. I was gonna say, if you got A3, this is a good figure. And so real quickly, I did notice this. If you guys are coming from Facebook, people were saying that these are like straight up molded into the plastic. They are not. You can flip them out, but people are having such a difficult time. I thought I would let people know, hey, these are really, really tight. So be aware of that. Just be aware that it will be a little tight. It's just not too bad. So I got the Last Night Studio Series Barricade. I'm contemplating on getting that one. I am super duper contemplating that. That figure actually looks amazing. Believe it or not, I do like the way that looks. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I mean, I'm looking forward to getting a couple other figures here before the end of the year. At least before the end of the year is out. So that being said, what's that like there, Winter Night? What's that like with the Studio Series Barricade? Just asking, just curious. You can answer. You can feel free to answer. Feel free to not answer. I'm not going to say anything. G1 or Bayverse? To be honest, I think they focused more on the car mode than the actual. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. This is the reason why they did that. And let me be very clear. This is why they made Studio Series Barricade from the last night. It's because the car was recently sold at auction for $500,000. Okay? That's the only reason why they focused on Studio Series Barricade, so they could get the shots of the car that they wanted before they had to sell it off to the next buyer. So I can tell you exactly that's why they did that. So, and you can say you say they focused more on the robot mode than the actual, or the car mode than the actual robot mode. It's not a bad car mode. It's just I think it's overplayed. I'm gonna be real. I think that the Ford Mustang, is definitely overplayed a little bit, especially on certain characters. Like, but at the same time, hey, it's a good car. It's a good car. I've ridden and driven a couple of them. I just don't think that they're worth the money that everybody claims they're worth. Their legendary status as a muscle car is very, very lackluster, if you ask me. But I'm not saying that they are not muscle cars, and I'm definitely not saying that they cannot, or they do not have any modifications that you can make to them to make muscle cars. But I just do not like that. The legs and feet are a pain in transformation and honestly don't look accurate, but overall it's a solid figure. Yeah, I kind of suspected so. Like I'm not gonna lie, I do want that figure, but I'm probably gonna wait for it to show up on shelves along with Arachnid. I will probably pre-order that Thundercracker, that 86 Thundercracker, but I don't know that I'd be pre-ordering anything else. So, and because I've seen animated Wreck-Gar floating around out in the wild, I probably will acquire him at some point. I just don't think it's going to be this time. So, yeah. But anyways, please let me know how you guys' Christmases went. Definitely, please tell me how it all went. Because definitely, I got Studio Series 86 Soundwave. This is 86 Soundwave. This is the new one. So, but and Winter Night was there for that unboxing. So yeah. So my credit card is down because of 86 Soundwave. So yeah, my credit card is down, or is up because of this. I could not resist the Christmas prices for this guy. So, and this is the 86 one. So my price for him is outrageous. Yeah, it is outrageous. It really is. That being said, we're going to talk about that here in this live stream. Almost 50 freaking dollars for a almost $50 for this dude. I don't know that I don't know that this relationship between me and Hasbro are actually going to work out anymore. Cause oh my word. No one should be paying close to $50 for a Voyager class. Heck, I was mad that I even paid $60 for this. Hasbro thinks we big ballers. Well, it's not that they think we're big ballers. It's that there's lots of... Okay, as much as I hate saying it, there's a lot of political issues going on behind the scenes that none of us can really stop. So it's going to get high. It is going to get higher because the leader classes, the new price point for them is $62.99. And the price point for these guys, the last time I checked, was supposed to be $42.99. I paid nearly $50 for this thing at Walmart. At Walmart. I just can't get it. I can't wrap my head around that. I'm just like, bro, how much higher can they? Don't say that, because you're gonna jinx us, and Hasbro's gonna make freaking these guys $70. These guys are gonna be $110. The freaking Commander classes will be close to $200, and the Titan classes will be close to $5. So don't say how much worse can it get. Walmart cheap. But yeah, seriously, I paid $50 for this at nearly $50 for that at Walmart, and I paid and I paid $60 for this. So do I collect blockies? I do, and believe it or not, I actually have one right here. I just happen to have this one sitting right here. So yeah, I do agree there. But I cannot get behind the whole purpose of let's raise the price point of every single figure that comes into our design team. My thing is why can't you just make this? Canada's about the same. Oh, are you in? That's right, you're in Canada, aren't you, Shane? I forgot about that. Those of you who do not know, we have everybody from all over the world here. We have people that come in from Indonesia. We have people that come in from, I think we had somebody come in from Iraq. We had somebody come in from Israel. We definitely have people from the UK and Australia. That's for sure. So definitely, we don't harbor any ill will here on this channel towards anybody, towards any country, whatever you do. So just if you love Transformers and conversation, come on down, and this is what we do. However, I currently live in the United States of America, which I will say is, in at least in my opinion, is one of the weirdest countries in the world. But at the same time, we're weird for several reasons. But I will get into that in a different video because this should not be $50. Heck, I paid $34.99 for this guy, and I think I paid $36.99 for this guy. This dude, $24.99. Yo, what's going on, Corey Tucker? Welcome, welcome. As I stated, we have people now from Australia. We got people from the land down under. So, but no, dude, I'm just like so frustrated with the price points of the figures that are coming out lately because they just can't make up their mind on what they want. So now I have to transform this guy, and to my knowledge, this guy has like so many different like modes that you can get him into. I don't know all of them, but I do know that there is one mode that everybody says you should do first, which is the tank mode. Okay, so you cannot remove that. I do believe you have to rotate this around and then bring this all the way up. And flip. I don't know what I'm doing with this figure. I know these come off. I know these things come off here. And I know these ones are supposed to make something. So I know that. I know I'm gonna assume that's gotta go there. And you know what? This would be a wonderful time for the instructions. So, nothing much, but I did order another figure. Hey, which one did you get? He is an odd figure. Definitely an odd figure, that's for sure. Which is why instructions. So. Alright, okay, let's take a peek at what we need to get this dude looking like. Okay, so he's got multiple different modes here. I just happen to get him into the mode that is not the best for everything. Okay, so let's try this one more time. Alright, so that's supposed to be like this. Not entirely that way. Cool, I want him in January. I got him in January. Yeah, the dude's a strange figure. Definitely a strange figure for sure. Alright, so bring this down, rotate this around, and then okay, come on. Don't do that. There we go. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what it wants. So that's supposed to go like that. That's supposed to rotate around like this. this is supposed to be like this. Straighten out those weird hands. Straighten out these hands. Do this again on this side. I do believe we're supposed to have one of these ones. Yes. Oh, okay, well that's nifty. Alright, that one goes there, and that goes there. There we go. So then this piece goes here. These are super strange. This is strange. All things considered, this is the strangest of the primes I think I've messed with so far. Originally, what's his name? Onyx Prime took that slot, but this is something else. Cybertron look. I'll wager, yeah, parts forming. It's gonna be there's things with parts forming in this. I'm not gonna lie, there definitely are. So it's not terrible, but it's not great. Okay, so apparently these are supposed to rotate around. I messed that up somehow. Oh, and I see a problem with this figure already. Take note, I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying this figure. I'm just noticing a few problems, that's all. Okay, so let's tab these things back together. And then, okay, that's better. They do tab in here. They tab in very well. That's not what I want to have happen, but, you know, hey. Can't fix it, can't do anything about it now. So. Okay, why must things be moving? Ugh. That's not what I wanted you to do at all. Stay put. Okay, so that goes there. This straightens out and clips together. Jeez Louise. And then so this is the weirdest figure I think yeah, this is definitely the weirdest I've seen. This guy definitely kind of takes the cake for that. Like, there is no question in my mind, this guy definitely takes that cake. Okay, so now I see where I may have messed up. Perhaps not. Maybe, okay, maybe the legs are on the right feet. And they stay put like that the whole time. I just don't understand why they're not folding down all the way. This is just everything with this is wrong. Because according to the instructions, it's not supposed to look like that in the slightest. Okay, maybe these are on the wrong way. Maybe they're supposed to be on this way, and okay, I think so. I think that's where I messed up. When I was putting the feet back on, I put them on the wrong way. That's my problem. There's my issue. At least I think. I want to believe that, but I don't know. That goes there. Yeah, there we go. That's the way that's supposed to look. You know what this reminds me of? Have you guys ever seen those those drones from Borderlands? Yo, what's going on, Don Pascaribu? So, funny thing is he is arriving on the 8th of January. Yeah. Alright, so now I need to know where I'm supposed to stick this head. Because it says not much about the head. Other than just flip that around and just kind of... I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. I really don't know. Is that what I'm supposed to know? Why, so it is. Possibly. It says there's supposed to be panel. Ah, there is a panel. Okay, that checks out. Okay. Now I see where things need to go. Yep. There we go. Golly, this is tight. It's really tight. It should not be this tight, but it is. Okay. Okay, you guys are going to see something I don't normally do, but man, this is extremely difficult. Man, this is mad tight. This thing is here. And there's a... Come on, what is your problem? The head is supposed to fold into this, and it's not moving at all. Hasbro, what did you do? Golly, seriously, these instructions are definitely not helping in the slightest. So let me show you what it says here. So in the instructions, it says lift up or fold all of this in here, but you can't fold the head in there. There's no way for you to fold the head. It does not... Okay, never mind. I guess it does. I guess I lied. I guess... Okay, you know what? Call me a liar. I feel dumb. There we go. That was annoying. Oh, there's tabs for this stuff to go in. Okay, so that goes in there. This straightens out like so. Good Lord. Now I think we're done. At least with these parts. Take this, push that in here. That, put that in that spot. Yeah. And then take this, fold this all the way down, and then you're supposed to take this, and it's supposed to go where exactly? Okay. That makes me feel slightly better. Okay, so it's supposed to go in between here? I'm thinking... that's where it's supposed to go. There's a spot right here in between the legs that's supposed to go. Like so. Like that. At least it's supposed to be like that. If I can get this to close up properly. Okay, that goes there. There. Aha. Come on. Just go back in your spot. Okay, this is where the parts forming comes into play, and very well, I might add. If I can just get this to go in its spot. Good Lord. How difficult is this figure supposed to be? I swear they think the average 8-year-old is going to know exactly what this is and know exactly how to deal with it. That's an issue. How is that supposed to work? So let me show you guys exactly how this is supposed to be here. So, supposed to take this, and it's supposed to just fit right in the middle here. But it's not liking it. Until I expose the actual problem. Here we go. That's better. Nope, even still. That still doesn't work. Because I still need to have this thing facing this way. Back of the box says so. That guy looks peak. He does and doesn't. With this guy, it's a love-hate relationship. And I love this thing, but I also hate this thing right now. And it especially is not worth the $50 that it keeps telling me it's worth. And the way that they want you to have this is they want you to have this with this gun piece facing forward. Only problem with that is that doesn't fit like that. Not even in the slightest does it fit like that. And you can't do anything with that. Unless you have it like this, which is not the way it's supposed to be. So, yeah, no. And not to mention, the head's not staying put. That's not good. This is bad, okay? This is not supposed to happen with a brand spanking new figure. Not even the slightest is this supposed to happen. Like, this is awful. For a figure I was really looking forward to, this is awful. Okay, so now let's try this gun thing that they keep telling me is how this is supposed to go. So this is the way it's supposed to be. Let's try this. Nope. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. This does not work. Hasbro, why do you over-engineer shit to a point where this doesn't work? Hold on. Dude, is they think a 8-year-old can do this, then I'd like to see what an 8-year-old they found that can do this with their instructions. I'm 16 and use other. Yeah, that's my problem. I'm in my 20s, dude. I'm in my 20s and I'm using the instructions and I still can't figure this crap out. Like, seriously. This tank mode piece right here does not work. Unless, of course, I'm just a moron. Which could also be the case. How on earth does that work? How the heck does that work? Like, seriously. Yeah, he does look like a bug, but I'm trying to decipher how this tank mode's supposed to look and or work. Yet, okay, so they want you to rotate the waist. That is the dumbest thing ever. Ever. Hasbro, why would you do that? Not to mention, now it just looks ridiculously dumb and doesn't tab in properly. That doesn't work. Hasbro, stop over-engineering shit. God, this is why you guys are not going to make a ton of money off of these things. Split it. What? How do you... Okay. So now that we move the head forward, this can move forward now. That's a cruel joke. That's a cruel joke, Hasbro. That's a cruel, cruel joke to play on an 8-year-old. This doesn't freaking move. Hasbro, what did you do? Oh my Lanta. That was horrendous. That's what it's supposed to look like. Take note. The journey from robot mode to this, I would love to know what exactly. I definitely would love to know Corey Tucker, or not Corey Tucker, Winter Knight. I would love to know this. He looks like a Cybertronian bug. It basically turns into a robotic attack dog. That's what he looks like to me. Dude, apparently this is supposed to be a tank. Somehow this is a tank. It kind of reminds me of the Avatar blue people, not Last Airbender. It reminds me of Avatar like thing. Like, you remember those little like human walker robot thingies? That's what it kind of reminds me of. Hey, it comes with a wristband. Okay, this head is going to drive me insane. I love it, but it's going to drive me insane. These arms, man, these arms. This is going to be one of those figures that the minute I take it out of vehicle mode and put it back in robot mode, it's never getting put back in vehicle mode again. Yeah, what is that anyway? All that work and for And for whatever that is, it has to be a joke. It's not. It really is not. Like, seriously. I wish this was a joke. I really wish this was a joke, Winter Night. I really do wish it was. But unfortunately, it's not. This is the official mode. I just my one question to Hasbro with this is what 8-year-old is gonna find this, you know, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna want to buy more of these for another $50. That's just it doesn't work. That just does not work. To which, not to mention, you have to completely rip apart everything again and again and again and again in order to get just a slightly different result. That's what I don't like about that, is that there's never, it's going to be a never-ending problem with it, is that this is going to just be forever known as the prime of additional parts. Plus, not to mention, how many extra accessories did he come with? He came with these two little bits. He came with this staff. He came with a gun. He came with this piece. And if we rip off said head, there is a little piece in here that you're supposed to rip out as well. So he comes with a cog in the back of his head. So I'm just like, I feel like, take note. I can navigate this pretty darn well because I'm the target collector for this. But I don't think an 8-year-old's gonna know this. What's going back, traveling natural kid, nature kid? Not traveling natural kid, traveling nature kid. I think the 8-year-old came up with the alt mode, and that's how they know, how to transform it. Or better yet, they had an 8-year-old come up with the design for, or they had the 8-year-old come up with this, and the 8-year-old then they said, "Now how do you transform it?" And the 8-year-old said, "I don't know." And then they said, "Oh, well, we'll figure it out." And this is what they came up with. So, just cannot get on board with that idea. So, the over-engineering of figures needs to stop. That I can 100% agree with, because it just, to me, the over-engineering of figures is just like, okay, if you really are trying to target this towards 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds and even 10-year-olds, if you're trying to target this towards them, you're going to fail. You're immediately going to fail, because number one, an 8 to 9-year-old, the only reason they're going to know what that is because of Cyber World. So they're going to go towards Cyber World, and they're going to go towards the other ones. These are not meant for the 8-year-olds. They're meant for the collectors. But when they say it's for 8-year-olds, they're like, "Oh yeah, it's for ages." Let me see if I can find it here. I know it's here. I saw it. 21 steps. Where did I see that? Usually they have a little thingy on here that says 8. Oh yeah, here we go. Right there. 8 plus. That means anybody 8 years old or older can figure this out. So Hasbro said, "How can we piss a bunch of people off with one figure?" Oh, they already did that, and they're still doing it. So don't even worry. They're already many figures ahead of that statement. So, that being said, don't forget to subscribe. We are very close to 2,000 subscriptions. I'd love to see if we can get to 2,000 subscriptions before the end of the year. I doubt it, but I'd love to try. One can dream, can't he? One can dream, can't they? So, the stream goes just so long as I have drink in my hand, and I've got a drink in my hand, which is very close to halfway done, and we'll be done here fairly shortly. So, yeah. Whew. And you know what sucks? Even with my janky transformation, I still transformed it improperly. These ones are supposed to be in the back, and these ones are, and the wheels are supposed to be in the front. So this. There. There we go. So, I think we'll keep the stream going for another few minutes. As long as people keep commenting and keep chatting it up, we'll keep going. That being said, I do notice that this is Blast Effects compatible, so I noticed you can take your Blast Effects, and I think this is too heavy, but you can take your Blast Effects, and you can add them to it, so that's nice to know. It's very nice to see there, so can't have all the cool extra ones on. Unless it's like this, which is pretty cool, dude. So there you go. So, yeah. So, but anyways, if you guys have not gone so and done so and subscribed to the channel and seen this guy's review, holy cow, this guy's review was definitely an ordeal. That was an ordeal for sure. Holy cow. So, yeah. So, it's -34 and snowy. I'm sorry. Because right now, it's like 50 degrees, and it rained earlier this week. So, at least here in the state of Utah. I live in the state of Utah. You must live pretty close to the border of Canada, then. It's 61 and clear for me. It's about the same here for me. But I know in certain other countries it's like blazing hot, and I know in certain other states it's blazing hot, and then there's other states where it's like they're underneath 1.5 feet of snow. So Red Deer, Alberta, Canada. Oh, you live in Alberta? Okay. That's a good drive away from the border. I used to live not too far away from the border of Canada in Bellingham, Washington. I used to live there. It was pretty fun. We get a lot of Canadians come down for groceries. So that's what we had. We had a lot of Canadians that came down for groceries. We had a lot of people that came down for church. We had people that came down for certain holidays. They had people that came down for. There were a lot of how should take note. I'm not trying to say this to be mean, but there were a lot of like Indians from India. Like so, they came from that come from India. They used to be they used to come down, and they used to basically come down for the cheaper groceries and cheaper gas. So, but last time I went to Canada, I went to a place called Merritt in Penticton. So I stayed there. Another place was Peach Town. I've been there too. They're pretty nice. I enjoyed Peach Town. If there was a place I was to live in Canada, Peach Town would definitely be it, because it was beautiful there. I had no problems with that town. I had no problems being there. So, although I don't know that I could take your guys' currency very seriously, who on earth is going to, go? Who's going to go and say, "Oh, that'll be 1 loonie, please," and I'll just go, "That's all, folks." Hand them the freaking thing, and they'll be like, "Yay!" But take note, I'm not trying to make fun of your country. I'm just saying, hey, I think it's a little goofy that you guys are calling your guys' currency the loonie. And I know it's based after a bird. I'm very much aware of that. So I'm very much aware. So then again, we just discontinued the penny this year. So hello, a 1 loonie to 220 or two. Or toonie. You have 1 loonie and 2 toonies. That's funny. That's funny. I gotta give you guys credit for that. That's pretty good. So, although you really don't want to piss off Canada, because they're the reason we have the Geneva Convention. So, but yeah. So, All right. Well, I think we shall end the stream here this evening. So you shall see the review for this guy coming in 2025, or not 2025, 2020, excuse me, 2026, my bad. So be on the lookout for this guy, January of 2026. So be aware of that. And other than that, I suppose we'll get down to the shout outs. So please do not forget to check out uh, Travel Nature Kid. Do not forget to check out Winter Night. Do not forget to check out Blood Dud Fan. Do not forget to check out Shane Scalarude. Winter Night one more time there. Also, do not forget to check out, I think that just about, oh wait, no, we've almost forgot Corey Tucker. So do not forget to check out Corey Tucker. Do not forget to check out John Passeribu. Also, do not forget to check out Brittany W5290. Let's see, and I think that just about does it. And do not forget to check out Lemon Lime Studios, Zaga the Animator, Kitten Cat 999, iStar 552, Bravely GG, Take Along Productions, Patrick's Voice Rail, Riveted Rail Fan, Riveted Reviews, Jordy's Rail Videos, Patrick's Voice Rail, and Alexander Rothschild. So do not forget to go check all of them out. And once again, do not forget to have a wonderful holiday weekend, as I know that we are about to go into the new year. So please do not forget to stay subscribed along those lines and during that time. So please do not forget to do all that. And once more, please do not forget to subscribe for more content. Don't forget to leave a like on this video. And do not forget to keep playing with your toys. Goodbye.